अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। करुणाधन मनमोहन प्रीतम प्रभु कमल नयना सुनो प्रार्थना मेहर तुम्हारा।
दामन छूटे ना ओ दामन छूटे ना।
बिनती करूं कर जोड़े मेहर नेह बने रहना। जन्म मरण के फेरे जब तक
दामन छूटे ना हो दामन छूटे ना।
सहस्त्र मुख के अहंकार से दूर मुझे रखना। मान बढ़ाई मोह में फंस कर
दामन छूटे ना हो दामन छूटे ना।
मैं निर्बल बलवान तुम ही हो मुझे संभल लेना। तुमने बाहा थामी तो फिर
दामन छूटे ना हो दामन छूटे ना।
दृढ़ विश्वास डिगे नहीं मेरा हृदय बसे रहना। तुम जो हृदय में हर दम में हर
दामन छूटे ना हो दामन छूटे ना।
त्याग प्रेम सेवा अपनाऊं यही वर देना। स्वार्थ द्वेष की लपट में आकर
दामन छूटे ना हो दामन छूटे ना।
दुनिया रूठे तुम ना रूठो मेरे बने रहना। जो भी स्थिति हो भय से तेरा
दामन छूटे ना हो दामन छूटे ना।
जन्म जन्म गुण गाओ सुर का दान मुझे देना, मधुसूदन के हाथों कब हो
दामन छूटे ना हो, दामन छूटे ना।
मंदिर मस्जिद दीन धर्म के झगड़े मैं न जानूं, यमे मेरे प्रकटों में हर तो तुमको पहचानूं, दे दो कृपा का दान
बाबा, दे दो कृपा का दान
बाबा,
दे दो कृपा का दान।
दिन दिन पल पल तुमको ध्याऊं,
दिन दिन पल पल तुमको ध्याऊं,
तेरो करूं गुणगान,
दे दो कृपा का दान बाबा, दे दो कृपा का दान।
चारों ओर है भ्रम का घेरा,
चारों ओर है भ्रम का घेरा,
कोई न जाने सतपथ तेरा,
कोई न जाने सतपथ तेरा।
मोह भरे इस तेरे जग में,
मोह भरे इस तेरे जग में,
घुटते हैं मेरे प्राण,
दे दो कृपा का दान बाबा, दे दो कृपा का दान।
मैं अपने बल कैसे आऊं,
मैं अपने बल कैसे आऊं,
पकड़ो बाहा तो चल पाऊं,
पकड़ो बाहा तो चल पाऊं,
बांधो धीरज डिग ना जाऊं,
बांधो धीरज डिग ना जाऊं,
मैं निर्बल अनजान,
दे दो कृपा का दान बाबा, दे दो कृपा का दान।
तुम बिन नाही संकट हारा,
तुम बिन नाही संकट हारा,
तुम ही दे दो मुझको सहारा,
तुम ही दे दो मुझको सहारा।
मधुसूदन मेहर गुण गाऊं,
मधुसूदन मेहर गुण गाऊं,
दूजा नहीं कोई ना,
दे दो कृपा का दान
बाबा, दे दो कृपा का दान। पल पल तुमको ध्याऊं, दिन दिन पल पल तुमको ध्याऊं, तेरो करूं गुणगान, दे दो कृपा का दान बाबा, दे दो कृपा का दान।
जय बाबा। मेहर के सागर से मेहर की धारा, मेहर के सागर से मेहर की धारा बहती है जी भर के पीले पीले, जाम पे जाम उठा ले जाम पे जाम उठा ले। ओ मेहर के सागर से मेहर की धारा, मेहर के सागर से मेहर की धारा बहती है जी भर के पीले पीले, जाम पे जाम उठा ले जाम पे जाम उठा ले। सरिता का बहना जो उसका धर्म है, सरिता का बहना जो उसका धर्म है, यूं बहती हरदम मेहर की मेहर है, यूं बहती हरदम मेहर की मेहर है। प्यासा अगर तू है तो जा किनारे, प्यासा अगर तू है तो जा किनारे, तो जा किनारे, जाम पे जाम उठा ले जाम पे जाम उठा ले। मांगे से मिलती नहीं है किसी को, मांगे से मिलती नहीं है किसी को, तैयार है जो मिलता उसी को, तैयार है जो मिलता उसी को। तन मन लगा दे खुद को मिटा दे, तन मन लगा दे खुद को मिटा दे, खुद को मिटा दे, जाम पे जाम उठा ले जाम पे जाम उठा ले। सूरज चमकता है सारे जहां पर, सूरज चमकता है सारे जहां पर, जंगल हो बगिया हो कुटिया महल पर, जंगल हो कुटिया महल पर, चमके वहाँ जिसने खोली किवारे, चमके वहाँ जिसने खोली किवारे, खोली किवारे, जाम पे जाम उठा ले जाम पे जाम उठा ले। तुझसे तो पहले उसको गरज है, तुझसे तो पहले उसको गरज है, क्या तू है तैयार वो देखता है, क्या तू है तैयार वो देखता है। क्या सोचता मधुसूदन समझ ले, क्या सोचता मधुसूदन समझ ले, मधुसूदन समझ ले, जाम पे जाम उठा ले जाम पे जाम उठा ले। ओ सागर से मेहर की धारा बहती है जी भर के पीले पीले जाम पे जाम उठा ले जाम पे जाम उठा ले जाम पे जाम उठा ले। जय बाबा।
जय बाबा। तेरे साये में सदा मेरा रह गुजर हो, तेरे साये में सदा मेरा रह गुजर हो, तेरी बाहों में मेरी जिंदगी बसर हो, तेरी बाहों में मेरी जिंदगी बसर हो, तेरे साये में सदा मेरा रह गुजर हो, तेरी आँखों से छलकता वो प्यार मुझको मिले, तेरी आँखों से छलकता वो प्यार मुझको मिले, मेरे रग रग में उसी प्यार का असर हो, मेरे रग रग में उसी प्यार का असर हो, तेरे साये में सदा मेरा रह गुजर हो, तेरी आँखों की रोशनी में मेरी राह बने, तेरी आँखों की रोशनी में मेरी राह बने, हर घड़ी हर मुकाम पर तेरी नजर हो, हर घड़ी हर मुकाम पर तेरी नजर हो, तेरे साये में सदा मेरा रह गुजर हो, तू तेरा जज्ब ए जलवा मुझे दिखा जाना, तू तेरा जज्ब ए जलवा मुझे दिखा जाना, जब तेरे दीद के काबिल मेरी नजर हो, जब तेरे दीद के काबिल मेरी नजर हो, तेरे साये में सदा मेरा रह गुजर हो, एक तेरा प्यार कभी ना रहे दुश्वार मुझे, एक तेरा प्यार कभी ना रहे दुश्वार मुझे, तेरी महफिल में मेरे नाम का जिक्र हो, तेरी महफिल में मेरे नाम का जिक्र हो, तेरे साये में सदा मेरा रह गुजर हो, इस कदर तू मेरे हर जिस्म में समा जाए, समा जाए, मेरे सांसों से भी तू मेरे करीब हो, मेरे सांसों से भी तू मेरे करीब हो, तेरे साये में सदा मेरा रह गुजर हो। जैसे भी हो प्रताप को मेहर कबूल करें, जैसे भी हो प्रताप को मेहर कबूल करें, मेरे हर सोज़े तमन्ना में एक मेहर हो, मेरे हर सोज़े तमन्ना में एक मेहर हो, तेरे साये में सदा मेरा रह गुजर हो, तेरी बाहों में मेरी जिंदगी बसर हो। जय बाबा।
जय बाबा। देवा तू तकरी निवाड़ा, देवा तू तकरी निवाड़ा, थकला मादा जीव भावड़ा, थकला मादा जीव भावड़ा, देवा दूत करी निवाड़ा, देवा दूत करी निवाड़ा, धावू लागले मन तो हिकडे, धावू लागले मन तो हिकडे, कसे आवरू हे मत गोडे, कसे आवरू हे मत गोडे, बावरलो नच मार्ग सापडे, धाव विधालो वेडा, देवा धाव विधालो वेडा, देवा दूत करी निवाड़ा, देवा दूत करी निवाड़ा, विषय विकारा से हे काटे, विषय विकारा से हे काटे, बोचती बहुमजला भय वाटे, बोचती बहुमजला भय वाटे, उपाय सारे ठरले खोटे, पुरता पडला वेडा, देवा पुरता पडला वेडा, देवा दूत करी निवाड़ा, देवा दूत करी निवाड़ा, विठला जीव हा व्याप बगोनी, विठला जीव हा व्याप बगोनी, तुझीच आशा उरली मम मनी, तुझीच आशा उरली मम मनी, मधुसूदन विनोवी कळवळुनी, तुझी वा तुझाची ओढा, देवा जीवा तुझाची ओढा. देवा तूच करी निवाडा देवा तूच करी निवाडा। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। जय मेहर बाबा। ये हसरत है मेहर बाबा, ये हसरत है मेहर बाबा, तेरा दीदार हो जाए। ये हसरत है मेहर बाबा, तेरा दीदार हो जाए। ये उजड़ी दिल की दुनिया भी, ये उजड़ी दिल की दुनिया भी जरा गुलजार हो जाए, जरा गुलजार हो जाए। ये हसरत है मेहर बाबा, तेरा दीदार हो जाए। जिधर देखूं तुम्हें देखूं, जहाँ जाऊँ तुम्हें पाऊँ। जिधर देखूँ तुम्हें देखूँ, जहाँ जाऊँ तुम्हें पाऊँ। करम इतना करो मुझ पर कि बेड़ा पार हो जाए। ये हसरत है मेहर बाबा। न मांगू तुमसे कुछ भी मैं, न मांगू तुमसे कुछ भी मैं, अगर तुम हो तो सब कुछ है। अगर तुम हो तो सब कुछ है। तुम्हें देना तो इतना दो कि बेड़ा पार हो जाए। ये हसरत है मेहर बाबा, तेरा दीदार हो जाए। तेरा दर हो या बुत खाना, तेरा दर हो या बुत खाना, गरज मुझ को नहीं उनसे। जहाँ मैं गाने को बैठूं, जहाँ मैं गाने को बैठूं, वही दरबार हो जाए। ये हसरत है मेहर बाबा, तेरा दीदार तेरा दीदार हो जाए। यही एक आस मनवा की, यही एक आस मनवा की, अगर मिल जाओ तुम बाबा, अगर मिल जाओ तुम बाबा। दो बातें प्रेम की तुमसे, दो बातें प्रेम की तुमसे, जरा इतबार हो जाए, जरा इतबार हो जाए। ये हसरत है मेहर बाबा, तेरा दीदार हो जाए। तुम्हीं से गुल हुआ रोशन, अगर मैं थाम लूँ दामन। तुम्हीं से गुल हुआ रोशन, अगर मैं थाम लूँ दामन। खुदा ताला मेहर बाबा, खुदा ताला मेहर बाबा, जरा इकरार हो जाए। खुदा ताला मेहर बाबा, जरा इकरार हो जाए। ये हसरत है मेहर बाबा, तेरा दीदार हो जाए। ये उजड़ी दिल की दुनिया भी जरा गुलजार हो जाए। ये हसरत है मेहर बाबा, तेरा दीदार हो जाए, तेरा दीदार हो जाए। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। इस महीने की 10 और 11 तारीख यानी आने वाले शनिवार और रविवार सुबह, शनिवार शाम को और रविवार सुबह हमारी विनिंग इज़ हार्ट की एक और एक्टिविटी है, नाइट आउट इन साइलेंस विद मेहर बाबा। तो इस बार जो सारी तमाम विनिंग इज़ हार्ट की एक्टिविटी हुई है उसका थीम है बिलवेड बाबाज 100 years of silence. So this time this night out will be in silence with a lot of activities that will be conducted. So अगर आपको अपने नाम देने हो तो लास्ट डेट ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन इज़ द 8th of January 2026. देयर इज़ अ फॉर्म दैट नीड्स टू बी फिल्ड, उसकी लिंक मेरे पास है, अगर किसी को चाहिए या तो फराग से भी आप ले सकते हैं. दिस इज़ it will begin at around 7:30 p.m. on the 10th in the evening शनिवार को. और जो लोग यहाँ पर दर्शन के लिए आते हैं और चले जाएंगे उसके बाद, तो 7:30 बजे के बाद दर्शन नहीं रहेंगे और एक्टिविटीज़ यहाँ पर शुरू हो जाएगी और फिर शाम को रात का खाना भी सेंटर के ऊपर ही दिया जाएगा. तो ये नाइट आउट की है, इसकी थीम है साइलेंस विद मेहर बाबा. एंड जो लोग रात को रुकना नहीं चाहते हैं और केवल एक्टिविटीज़ में हिस्सा लेना चाहते हैं उनके लिए भी खुला है. दे कैन ऑल्सो पार्टिसिपेट, मगर वी वुड एनकरेज यू टू एक्सपीरियंस द एंटायर नाइट आउट. और उसके बाद 18 जनवरी को ये इस 2 रविवार छोड़ के स्कैवेंजर हंट की इवेंट वो रखी है, उसकी डिटेल्स आपके सामने जैसे तैयार हो जाएगी हम आपको बता देंगे. अवतार मेहर बाबा की अमर तिथि आ रही है 31 जनवरी को. तो सेंटर की तरफ से बस का प्रबंध हुआ है. 30 तारीख को हम लोग निकलेंगे और पहली को वहाँ से मेहराबाद से वापस लौटेंगे. जिसको अगर नाम देने हो तो हमारे सैम या बॉमी अंकल को अपने नाम ज़रूर दे दीजिएगा. इतने ही अनाउंसमेंट थे. हम लोग मेहराबाद में सेंटर का स्टॉल लगेगा, बुक स्टॉल, तो दैट इज़ समथिंग विच वी आर करंटली वर्किंग ऑन. और अवतार मेहर बाबा के जन्मदिवस के कार्यक्रम 25 फरवरी को बाबा का जन्मदिवस आता है, तो उसकी भी शुरुआत हो गई है. जैसे जैसे कार्यक्रम तैयार हो जाएंगे आपके सामने उसको रखेंगे. जनवरी महीने के अगर मेहराबाद ट्रस्ट में अगर कोई डोनेशन देना चाहे तो द अकाउंट इज़ ओपन. वी विल आज एक्ट ऑफ गॉड, जो अवतार मेहर बाबा का सतारा में दूसरा एक्सीडेंट हुआ था 1956 2 दिसंबर में, उसकी फिल्म पिछले रविवार को हमने देखी थी. बहुत लंबी फिल्म है, तो उसका सेकंड पार्ट आज हम यहाँ पर देखेंगे. और फिर कुछ समय रहा तो इस पर बात करेंगे, नहीं तो अगले रविवार को इस पर बात करेंगे. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय. जय बाबा.
Nilkant was not conscious. Finding out Nilkant in your house.
Before Meher Baba's 1956 accident in Satara, he stayed at the Grafton Bungalow from early 1954 up to December 2nd, 1956. Baba stayed with the women Mandali at Grafton, while the men Mandali stayed nearby at Rosewood. Meru Irani, a close disciple of Meher Baba's, stayed with Baba during this time and remembers their stay at Grafton.
From Mahabaleshwar in 1954, Baba came to stay in Satara here till 56. We left Satara very suddenly from here after the accident in the second auto accident in 56 for medical treatment for Baba in Pune. And at the time we went, leaving everything behind, just a few things that we might need over there, we knew that Baba would never be coming back again here. It felt that way, that whatever it was, his work was done, and we'll not be coming back to this place. Although we did love it and really enjoyed being here. Now, as you step inside, this is the dining room, and beyond it was the sitting room. As you're facing the way I'm going, towards the left, in that further corner, was Baba's seat where he would sit. And there were chairs over here or sofas here where we would relax with Baba and spend many hours, many days, many months, in fact 2 years, being in Baba's company here, and Baba would have Mani read and enjoy many books over here. There was a big dining table here in which, when God Speaks manuscript was written, Baba gave his signet to it before sending it off to America to be printed by the Sufis over there. Now that door you see was the door leading to Mehra Mani's bedroom. And beyond it,
ये जो यहाँ पर आप जो रूम देख रहे हैं, ये ग्राफ्टन बंगलो सतारा में ये बंगलो अभी एक बैंक बना हुआ है, कोऑपरेटिव बैंक, महाराष्ट्र कोऑपरेटिव बैंक, लेकिन उन्होंने बैंक को उसी तरह से जैसे ये बंगलो था वैसे ही रखा है। और ये जो डाइनिंग रूम जिसकी मेरू आंटी जो डिस्क्राइब कर रही है, ये आज उनका ये बोर्ड रूम, बैंक का बोर्ड रूम है। तो ये सतारा में ये ग्राफ्टन बंगलो बैंक बना हुआ है। रोजवुड बंगलो जहाँ पे पुरुष मंडली रहती थी, वो बंगलो भी अभी इट हैज़ बीन टेकन डाउन, जहाँ पर बाबा भी आया करते थे।
it was a tiny little bedroom over there, hardly enough for one bed, but we had 2 beds squeezed in, which in the monsoon time I would come there. But there was a door in the center here. The windows about where they are, maybe a little bigger, but different, you know, there were bars to them, and a door leading out to the veranda. And the veranda went the length of the house, with a little portion jutting out also, which is the one where Baba walked so much. And from the railings of the veranda, Baba would feed Sheba. And there's a picture of Sheba kissing Baba. Mehra taught her, kiss Sheba, kiss Baba. And she would raise her head up to Baba to be kissed, and Baba would feed her carrots. Now this door here is the one leading to Baba's bedroom. But when the accident took place, that evening we said, Baba's gone to Pune, let's have our supper early, so that when he comes, we have already had that out of the way, Baba wouldn't have to wait for us. And we were talking at the table, and it so happened that the talk came to Neelu, and in detail we were describing what a wonderful doctor he was, how he'd helped so-and-so, how he'd helped so-and-so and all. And probably it was happening at the same time the accident happened. Because then when Baba came, I mean, it was something so different. It was a different homecoming. We were so shocked. We quickly got, Vishnu had brought Baba in the car. And we carried Baba, we had him sit on the chair with a handle armchair, and we carried Baba in. As shaky as we were, as shocked as we were, somehow all the women, with Sev Rakhma joining in, managed to bring him to the bedroom. And there, Mani was sent on bicycle to go and call Don from the Mandli's place. And at that time, Baba told us, I think that Neelu's gone. We didn't know what had happened. It was only later we found out everything. This is a little village called Uttara, and just a few miles closer to Pune was where the accident took place in '56, when we were staying in Satara at Grafton's. In that period, I remember that Dr. Neelu, Baba would give special attention to Dr. Neelu. He went with Baba in '56 to the America and England and all, and that trip to the West with Baba. And he used to be doing the night duty. And in the daytime, there was no way he could rest. So both night and day, he hardly had any sleep, to the extent that he got insomnia and it was difficult for him to sleep afterwards. Yet when he came back to Satara, Baba was giving him night duty to do also. A little before the accident, Baba had been on a long bus trip, I think to Andhra or Hyderabad, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure about it. But there had been an episode at that time which had really affected Neelu a great deal. And it had a tremendous impact on him. And at the time when Neelu would come beforehand to be ready, and there was a window there on the veranda, and Neelu was told to stand there and recount the episode, what happened in the car. And he said that the car was going at great speed. Erich was driving, and he lost control of the car in the sense that he had been so foggy with fatigue and not sleeping in the nighttime and traveling in the daytime, that the car had skid 2 wheels off the road, and it felt that in no way could it right itself, that for sure there would be an accident. And Baba just leaned his weight, his arm, towards the driver, and somehow miraculously the car righted itself. And Neelu said that truly now, 100%, I believe Baba to be God. He showed it so clearly at the time. But then it was as if Baba had postponed the accident for the right time it should happen in the right place. But Neelu was so excited about that. And also Baba was very loving to Neelu, and he told Neelu to write poetry. And Neelu, absolutely, his poetry was not at all anything, even the lowest thing that you could call poetry. And he didn't have the talent to write. But he himself believed it, that he was a poet. And he would very seriously say, you know, I never knew I was a poet. And I don't know what Baba's done, but he's given me this thing to write it. And everybody was told to let him believe that he was. So he was really very happy and with that special feeling that Baba truly loved him. Because Baba could make you feel that you were just the worst part of rubbish and not at all worthwhile, and made you really feel horrible with yourself. But Baba made him feel very happy, and very happy that Baba loved him so much, and really pleased with himself. So when they left that day of the accident for Pune, I think it was to watch a cricket match, if I'm not mistaken. All the Mandli who were traveling with him had come to Grafton's. From that area where Sheba's stable was, that small gate, they stopped there, and Baba from the house walked to the car, to the road, and Neelu was in a very jolly mood, and I thought quite cocky, and he was waving goodbye to all of us, and you know, something very out of character with that Neelu was, but he was in a really happy mood that Baba was taking him along, whereas usually Baba would leave him behind. And Tekobad was telling Baba not to go that day, that it was inauspicious to be traveling at that time. But Baba did. Went to Pune, had a very enjoyable time. And just before reaching here, the Dak Bungalow and this little village, the accident took place. And from here we will be going to that site and see if we can find the right spot. This is the place where Baba's second accident happened in December of '56. What Vishnu remembers of the occasion was that Baba had such a satisfactory expression on his face that you get from having achieved successfully a very difficult task. And he had seen Baba's universal form, the same form that Krishna had revealed to Arjuna on the battlefield. And I think from that time, just the force of his presence and the whole thing of the accident and the power of Baba's thing was a shock to him. And from that day, his heart was affected. In '62, he passed away in Guru Prasad through heart attack, through heart failure. So after that time, he was not able to do the bazaar duties that he used to do before as his health deteriorated. But he had said, please don't ever take the duty away from me of doing night duty for Baba, which he did till the end. Jai Baba. Every member of those in the car who survived the accident were very badly affected. Pendu was not the same again. I mean, his pelvis was fractured in 3 places. And Iraj, for a long time, was very depressed with the whole situation because he felt that he was responsible for Neelu's death. And from that time, he hasn't driven a car, although he has his car license. He said, I will only drive in an extreme case of emergency. Wants to drive a car and feel responsible for any such happening again.
it's now over a month. Now we assemble again in Pune. Baba has been taken to Pune and we are there. So I am better now after the ribs have, of course, what you call healed or have been joined or whatever you call it. Nilkant has been cremated, which I don't know, I've never attended. Pendu is there, he is being shifted, you see, he's still in hospital a little bit more, for a little bit more, but I have been told by Baba, informed by Baba to come back to Pune. So I come back, and naturally the first thing I would like to go and see is to see Baba. So I go to the place, house that was rented for Baba there. When I entered the room, I think Mani was seated there outside, typing out letters or something like that, or family letters. Something. So I go in, Mani, I told Mani, can I go and see Baba? I said, yeah, go inside. As soon as I entered, Baba is lying in bed with his leg in traction or something like that. And from there, seeing me, he gives this signal. So he says to me, means I could follow the signal. He says, well, you wanted to see that the car should be dashed against the tree, and are you satisfied now? This is how I am received, you see. And I just look ashamed, you see. I don't know what to say. I am so grieved and all that. And I am really very grieved because I am the cause of all this. I feel that way, still feel that way. But as days roll by and all that, again the Comforter is there. He comforts me and says, why are you so presumptuous to feel and even to think like this, that you are the cause of it? Why do you say that? Who is the cause? You are not the cause. I am the cause. You are just an instrument. Yes, I said, Baba, you may say whatever you like, but I do feel it. I know it. And he would just try to comfort me and all that. But the most painful thing was that Dr. Donkin, of course, his orthopedic knowledge came into full force during the second accident, and he sent the X-ray plates to England to verify and for prognosis. And the prognosis came from the world-renowned surgeon that this man will never be able to walk. He just threw the plates there on the table and said, this man will never be able to walk. And that was the report received, and I was the one to read the report, and it pained me a lot. It was a grievous wound, you may call it. Well, Baba looked at, I read it, Baba looked at me and said, he smiled. And says, they say that I won't be able to walk, but I will show you that I will walk. You will see that I will be walking. I said, okay. It will be good if you were to walk again. A lot of months are passing by, rehabilitation is being tried. Baba is made to sit on a cycle to get, he didn't want to go in for an artificial joint or anything of that sort. He wanted to create what are the medical terms I don't know, but they made him sit on a bicycle over here, it was in the corner, to create an artificial joint, you see. And so he was made to paddle the cycle and all that. Harry Kenmore had come, the chiropractor, Dr. Donkin, the orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Ghaveri Rani is there, Dr. Nilu has passed away. So care is being taken. Of course, I see him so helpless like that, and it grieved me. It was really very painful to see these things. And time and again Baba will say, you'll see me walking and all that. Many things happen, time passes by. Time is a great healer also. But this wound has not healed at all. Then one day out of the blue, Dr. Donkin brings, to his own amazement, he reads in one of the books called King Jesus by some author, a renowned scholar who has done some research work and all that, that Jesus limped.
But the ritual assault upon King Jesus by the 7 notables of Tabor was a more ancient and cruel one by far, performed again after more than 1,000 years in fulfillment of prophecy.
So Baba says, get that, and he tells Donkin that he should read out so that I can hear it. So, well, I heard the whole description that how Jesus himself had to limp.
They wrestled with him 7 against 1 until they had forced him to kneel with his thighs divaricated. Then the tallest and boldest of them climbed on the stone and leaped down on him. And by that act of violence, the marring was completed. Jesus' left thigh was put out of joint, the head of the bone being displaced and lodged in the muscle of the thigh, and his left leg stretched out in spasm and twisted, so that thereafter he limped with what is called the sacred lameness.
Well, Baba says, see that? See, have you heard it? It has to be so. I had to limp. It is a mark of divinity. I had to. See how it is. You will see me walking. See me walking. I'll walk without this, because this limping was also with the help of people. And so that's months are rolling by, a year passes by and all that. And all of a sudden, of course, we would help him out, we will take him for a stroll here or there, he will be made to, rehabilitation was being done and so forth. But one day while I went there to pick him out of the chair, help him out of the chair, he says, no, you keep it there. And he himself, it was in Pune, he himself got up and says, you see me now walking. So that's how it was, he started walking. So didn't I tell you that I'll walk? See now, see that how I walk. All this he did at great pains. Naturally there must have been pain there. But as the comforter, whether it be for humanity or for one individual, it's nothing for him. It's just the same. He remains the comforter for all and even for an individual. So he did give me comfort by walking all by himself, and he's not doing that, he's just showing off. If you see in one of the films there, he's just trying to walk and show us how fast he can walk. But at what pains he must be doing that. All this, it was an impact on me, on my heart, on my mind, and on my understanding. That who could he be? That who could he be? He is the same one. It's not that I am taking it upon myself. I'm saying this out for all to know this, that He is the comforter for the one as well as for the many and for all.
Oh yes, Baba, when Baba would walk, it was like, he was floating in the air. It was unbelievable, the sight, the majestic walk that
It was
he had.
it was like King of Kings.
And it was hard to imagine that Baba would be walking and then you see people, literally running behind him. And it was an amazing sight to see Baba with, the gradients and
His hair flowing.
and the wonderful that, the walk that he would have. It was we are forever thankful to Baba for letting us have that experience. So it was just great. Unbelievable.
But even after the accident, even after the accident, then when Baba would be doing his, physio, walking every day as a practice. He would walk. Even in that walk, in that limp, it was majestic. It was not like any ordinary person.
It was not like
having
a handicapped person, It was so amazing, even with the limp, with the pain, and you would still see, Baba,
still having that majesty, There was no
And then
doubt
when
about it.
he would call everyone and see how I walk now, and he would take sometimes Rach's hand or you take Francis's hand, and Baba would walk, and Baba would be, you could feel that Baba is making Francis or Rach walk more than them making him walk. So that was amazing,
Yeah.
Amazing. It was really amazing.
Baba went to Pune to recuperate in a bungalow that was arranged for Baba by Mayji. He stayed in Pune for about 6 weeks, then shifted back to Merazad. Balkalchuri tells a story of what length Baba would go to teach a lesson, even at the cost of increased suffering for him.
After this accident, when Baba was taken to Pune, one person comes there. His name was Chauhan. And he says, I must see Baba. Baba says, all right, call him. Now just see, all-knowing how all-knowing is there, suffering, but no one is away from him. No one. Whole creation was with him. And I should say that was the time when everyone was very close to him, because he was working for everyone and everything. So then Baba told, he came, and Baba says, what do you want? What do you want? He says, I want your blessing. Baba said, don't ask for my blessing. Now tell me, what do you want and I will give you? Tell me. He says, I want your blessing. Baba says, I warn you. You must not ask this. Blessing, don't ask. You cannot digest my blessing. What you want, you tell me, and I will give you. Just tell me. I want your blessing. Baba says, all right. On 25th February, I will be there at Meherazad. You come there. Blessing? You have no idea And that's why I warn you, don't ask for my blessing. And Meherazad, on 25th February, you come there. Go. He went. Now, Baba was suffering. He would not be able to sit. And of course, Baba came to Meherazad and his birthday. And he was really suffering like anything. And he was taken to Mandi Hall. Why? Because that person who had asked Baba's blessing, Baba had called him. So he came. He came and Baba says that now tell me, what do you want? I want your blessing. Baba said, I had warned you not to ask my blessing and still you insist. He says, I want your blessing. Now I am giving warning, third time, that blessing you cannot digest, don't ask. Ask me. I want your blessing. Give one. Go. So he left. Now 15th March, we would go to Pune. We would go to Pune on 15th March, come back after 15th June. We went there to Guru Prasad at the gate. Who was standing there? Same Chauhan. Same Chauhan, but we did not stop the car. We went inside the bungalow. He was standing near the gate from morning to evening. And in the evening, poor Irach, he was just taking walk. And he looks at him, Irach. He said, what do you want? Come here. He went. And he says that please tell Baba, my wife is on the street. My children are on the street. We have lost our house. We have lost everything. And now, what should I do? Iris says, Baba had asked you not to ask his blessing. Now you are complaining? Oh, that was my mistake. Please tell and tell Baba that I am in a very bad plight. Now, Irach went and told Baba. Baba said, what to say? This man, I had told him thrice not to ask my blessing. And he asked my blessing. And now he complains. He complains. All right, ask him to come tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And Eres told him. Next day he comes. He comes at 9 o'clock exact. Baba said, did I not ask you not to ask for my blessing? That was my mistake, Baba. I did not know. Baba said, all right, wash your feet and come here. Baba bowed down to him. 701 times and gave 1,000 rupees to him. And immediately he goes to Bombay. He got partnership in shipping company. He got a house, good house, and residential, and he got one car. Now, he comes to Guru Prasad Pune on Sunday. And Baba says, how are you? By your blessing, I am very happy. Baba says, this is not my blessing. This is not my blessing. You are happy, I am happy. But this is not my blessing. This is not my blessing.
Anavaz Dadachanji and her husband Nariman owned the car that Baba used at the time of the accident. Anavaz relates an interesting story of how that 52 Chevrolet came to be the vehicle which carried the Godman towards Satara that fateful day in 1956.
Now we had an Oldsmobile, green Oldsmobile. And Sarosh said, Nariman, why don't you buy a new car? So Nariman felt like it and he wanted to buy a new car. But then I didn't like it because I didn't want to sell off Oldsmobile. But then I didn't want to disappoint him. I said, okay, buy it. But then we had two cars and we didn't need two cars because we only wanted one. And I was given the order by Baba not to drive. That was another order that he gave me, never to drive. So I was in a dilemma what to do. Then Baba came to our apartment and I asked Baba, Baba, which car should we keep? So Baba took the board, his alphabet board, flicked it very high, and then it came on his hand. Keep the Chevrolet. So that's how we kept Chevrolet. And I somehow, from the very beginning, never liked Chevrolet. I don't know why. That feeling. And he never allowed us to use that Chevrolet car for the whole year till he met with the accident. So we kept the Chevrolet, but he never allowed us to use it. He would send for it and send back. Within a few days again he would ask for it and would send back. And that's how he kept the whole year round. And that's how he met with the accident, in that fatal accident in 1956, in which Dr. Neelu died, and all was so badly injured, especially Baba's hip was so badly injured that he suffered till the end, and all the time he went on complaining. And once I remember, as I was massaging his shoulder at the back, he turned to me and said, he took his hand and made a circle round the hip, this hip I mean, but I can't do it. He made a circle and he said, the suffering of the whole world is based on this.
When I had to give so many shots of penicillin to Baba, I was told that by dawn that blisters will get infected and we should give some antibiotics. And I was very hesitant to put a needle in Baba. And it reminded me of a song Baba had written, a Gujarati song in the early 20s, And Baba said how Christ and how Zoroaster suffered. And Baba once said that I'll be made into minced meat. And so I don't know why I connected that with me. And I said, here I'm pricking him and cutting his muscle into bits, by all these pricks that I'm giving him. And that used to upset me and worry me so much. And I was always very apprehensive, used to pain me tremendously, so much so that except for this or taking care of Baba or looking after him, I wasn't observant of anything that was happening around me. And therefore people, when they ask me, what did you do in your 22 years of close contact with Baba, I said, I don't remember anything. Except for the medical part that I've done, I don't remember anything that happened besides this, because after the 52 accident, all that I've seen is that Baba's suffering. Baba used to suffer so much, he used to be in pain so much. You know, every time for us who were near to him, we saw Baba, so much of Baba's pain and his suffering all the time. We knew that for the darshan he had to bring out his divinity and his glory and all that. But as a human, with his human body, he was suffering tremendously. Baba would look so sad, depressed, so much in pain, and as if the whole burden of the whole world was on him. And that used to hurt us a lot. We would try to make him as comfortable as possible, but that was not within our scope or within our limits. It was not possible. Baba had to bear this burden, and we knew it.
Yeah, Baba's suffering went on increasing more and more and more and more. And as he said that I give you suffering, I suffer so much that I just give you very little suffering. That suffering helps in my work. But I mean, it was not easy to see Baba suffer. There have been times when he used to work very hard, and we didn't know what was it about. Something in the world that he was working with. And then later we would know why he suffered so much. Why he comes down, he's God, why does he want to come down as man? Because he comes down as man to give push to the whole universe. And every being on earth gets the push. What does suffering do? Suffering takes us closer to him. More closer to him. He said, God is not to be understood but to be experienced. And he said only one thing, love me, just love me. And what is love? Baba Lovers asked me how to love him. I said, what is love? Love is to obey him, to do what he wants, to resign to his wish and will, every wish and will. By doing that is love. And that takes us closer to him. That is love.
Mera was deeply affected by the accident to her beloved Baba. She took great care of him, providing every conceivable comfort that she could. However, she had no other choice but to watch as the God-man suffered helplessly for his creation.
Baba is the avatar, like Jesus Christ. Baba is the avatar, and he suffered for us. See, you know that. You know that. How many years of silence? You know, he loved singing. He had a beautiful voice for singing, but he gave up his singing, sacrificed his love for talking, singing, all for us because he loved us so much. He went through so much suffering, 2 motor car accidents and other suffering, much. That's why I always I speak to Baba's photo, I tell Baba that only you know how much you suffered. Even we cannot know, living with him, we do not. So what I want to tell you that you are very fortunate to love him, because now it is time for us to love him. He loved us. Now we must love him, yes?
Baba would want us to be there, to have someone there. You know, the hard time, the difficult time he was going through, he was wanting us to be there and share it with him. Here was Baba, who was so active, so energetic, so vital. I mean, to see him there, helpless on the bed, depending on Mara and all of us. Especially on Mara, he would look to for any little thing that he needed, any help he needed. And I remember one time that he had us all gathered around him and told us to stand and look at him. Look at him. And you could feel that it was a very special time. There was a very special reason for it. And you see the pain on his face, the silence. It was not the physical pain of the moment, but I think what he saw ahead, what he would be going through. And tears came down his face. Tears rolled down his eyes. I couldn't look at his face. As he said, look at me. So I just looked at his body rather than his face. But I knew what was happening. And, you know, just a silent action like that showed us in a way the depth of what his suffering was. That he didn't show to others, but silent, but we had the privilege, the thing of being able to see him do it. But I just want to say that that accident not only affected the Mandli so much, but what an effect it had on Baba's whole routine and life at that time. That he never ever walked without pain. The fact that he was walking was a miracle in itself. The doctor said that he had done his own operation, his own surgery to be able to walk like that. And so often if a little bit of the grit came, interfered with the socket joint over there, it would be so painful. And you could feel it. You could see it and how much Baba was suffering. And we realized that what Baba had done to himself was put an extra binding on himself. The time he talked about spending time in prison, or going to jail and all, you realize that he had put these bindings on himself still further, that he was going through a more difficult period of jail than anybody who in prison could be, because walking was such an outlet for him. When he was restless, when he was working, he would stride back and forth to the Mandli or in the house, to the veranda and everywhere like that. And you realize that everything of that was changed. And he would say during those days that Christ suffered on the cross once. For me, it is a daily crucifixion. Not only has he bound himself by silence all these years, but walking has been such an important part of his life, and he's put that extra binding on himself. And we feel that all this he did for the good of mankind. The pain he took on this universal joint was like the pain he took on for all the universe like that. And in Meherazad, when I came back after visiting the site of the accident, the full force of what Baba had gone through came to me like that. Jai Baba.
Why does the avatar suffer? Man enjoys or suffers in this illusory world depending on his karma. The avatar is beyond all karma. He does not take upon himself the karma of the world, nor does he become bound by it. But he takes upon himself the suffering of the world, which is the result of its karma. Humanity finds its redemption from its karma through his suffering. The avatar has a universal mind. As God, he sees all souls as his own. He sees himself in everything, and all minds are contained in his universal mind. Feeling himself as one with all, and in all, he suffers infinitely for our limitations, ignorance, and physical, mental, and spiritual sufferings. His outward physical suffering is only a token and sign of his enormous inner burden. The total volume of the suffering of billions of human minds in existence is beyond imagination. His physical suffering is a divine redemptive exchange for our human suffering.
Criminal charges were brought before Erich for negligent driving resulting in a death. After a lengthy court process, the judge found no negligence on Erich's part. The verdict for the cause of the accident was given as an act of God.
Car crashed over in Satara, blood on the road. Our father's bones were broken, now you've been told. There are no accidents. Yeah, there are no accidents, you know, only God's will. Now there are no...
Yes, so after the accident and Erich and Pendu were shifted to the civil hospital in Satara, since it was a road accident involving a death of a person, it had to be notified to the police. And so while Erich was still under treatment, it seemed the police people came there to investigate. And despite Erich being in great pain and under treatment, they sort of started to interrogate him about the accident and tried to fix a criminal case upon him, because they wanted to sort of convict him for rash and negligent driving resulting in the death of a person, or something like that. So they tried to get him to talk so that they could fix the case properly against him and get him convicted. So he would answer their questions and whatever. And he was actually under arrest. But then, I don't know how, I suppose some lawyer must have been arranged, and he got the necessary bail issued for Erich.
so that they didn't have to lock him up or something, because he was under treatment. It was quite genuine, and the person who was treating him was a civil surgeon himself, who is a government employee. So after the case lingered for many years, I don't know, months, I have no recollection, but it was quite a long time. And the prosecution tried their utmost to prove charges, but when the day of the final hearing came, the judge who was deputed found no worth in any of their charges, and he just dismissed the whole thing as untenable. And then some verdict had to be given about the cause of the accident. If it was not rash and negligent driving, what was it? So he says it was an act of God. And truly the whole thing seemed to be an act of God.
There are no accidents, you know, only God's will. Yeah, there are no accidents, you know, only God's will. A car crashed over in Satara, blood on the road. Our father's bones were broken, now you've been told.
In wisdom's firmament, the moon of love is rising full, and love's flood tide in surging waves is flowing everywhere. Oh Lord, how full of bliss thou art. Victory unto thee. Victory unto thee. Victory unto thee. Victory unto thee.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। नई जिंदगी का ये अंजाम होगा, किसी को किसी से ना कुछ काम होगा। नई जिंदगी का ये अंजाम होगा, किसी को किसी से ना कुछ काम होगा। नई जिंदगी का ये अंजाम होगा, किसी से ना कुछ काम होगा, कुछ काम होगा। न खाना न सोना ना आराम होगा, न खाना न सोना ना आराम होगा। कसम होंगी हम होंगे आराम होगा, कसम होंगी हम होंगे आराम होगा। या राम होगा, 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 या राम होगा। नई जिंदगी का ये अंजाम होगा, किसी को किसी से ना कुछ काम होगा। कलेजे पे पत्थर पलम जाम होगा, कलेजे पे पत्थर पलम जाम होगा। जो अब्दुल गनी वो सखाराम होगा, जो अब्दुल गनी वो सखाराम होगा, जो अब्दुल गनी वो सखाराम होगा, जो अब्दुल गनी वो सखाराम होगा। नई जिंदगी का ये अंजाम होगा, किसी को किसी से ना कुछ काम होगा, कुछ काम होगा, कुछ काम होगा।
नमो मेहर बाबा अवतार, नमो देव देवा।
नमो मेहर बाबा अवतार, नमो देव देवा। धारा
सकल चराचर जगतो धार
सकल चराचर जगतो धार
नमो मेहर बाबा अवतार नमो देव देवा नमो मेहर बाबा अवतार नमो देव देवा दुख भंजन सुख कारक देवा
दुख भंजन सुख कारक देवा
करुणा कर तू अपरंपार
करुणा कर तू अपरंपार
दीन बंधु तू पतित पावन
दीन बंधु तू पतित पावन
परमानंदन दीन आधार
परमानंदन दीन आधार
नमो मेहर बाबा अवतार नमो देव देवा नमो मेहर बाबा अवतार नमो देव देवा प्रेम रूप तू दयानिधि प्रभु
प्रेम रूप तू दयानिधि प्रभु
सकल जगत के तारनहार
सकल जगत के तारनहार
अंधकार भ्रम दूर करो अब
अंधकार भ्रम दूर करो
और करो हमें भव सागर पार
करो हमें भव सागर पार
नमो मेहर बाबा अवतार नमो देव देवा नमो मेहर बाबा अवतार नमो देव देवा राम कृष्ण जरथुस्त मोहम्मद
राम कृष्ण जरथुस्त मोहम्मद
युग युग तेरे रूप अपार
युग युग तेरे रूप अपार
मधुसूदन के हिय से निकले
मधुसूदन के हिय से निकले
पल पल तेरी जय जयकार
पल पल तेरी जय जयकार
नमो मेहर बाबा अवतार नमो देव देवा नमो मेहर बाबा अवतार नमो देव देवा प्रभु नमो देव देवा प्रभु नमो देव देवा धुन गाएंगे बाबा सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद मेहर विद्यानंद सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद 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 सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद 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 सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद 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 सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद सच्चिदानंद परमानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद मेहर बाबा विद्यानंद आरती।
Glorious, eternal, ancient one,
Your face is a bright transcendental sun. Lighten this dark world and the tears I weep. My heart's meher I give to you to keep. Creator yet creationless you are. Truth and truth's body, divine avatar, who through compassion the three worlds maintains. Destroy this ignorance that life sustains. These firelights are the whirling spokes of breath, of the world's wheel that bears me unto death. Unless you are infinitely kind, break the wheels of which is conditioned mind. They sing, sense is my love, these fruits my art, which to please you I have shaped from my heart. Accept them as you would a simple flower that has no use beyond its shining art. You are myself, I sing to you in praise, and beg your love to bear me through the days, till you, the ever-living perfect one, illume my darkness with your shining sun.
बुझावे नार जहलतनी ऐ कर खुद रात फरमा दो छलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूर ईमान दो हया मुर्शद मेहर बाबा चरण पर पूजना धरिए सर खुदा ना जात थी वाके पथई में हो मेहरबा तुझे मालिक हकीकत नो तो आशिक भी ने आरे भी तुझे दरी या ये वहदत मारे फतनो होए तूफान तू हमोर है रौन ऐसा लेख बख्शे ज्ञान इज़्ज़त नू के तुझ पर महात्मा ज्ञानी छने मुख धारे इरफान तू खुदाना प्रेम नो प्यालो पिलावे मस्त हमने कर तुझ पर जान सदके साकिया पीते बैमान हमारी नाव भर धरिए तरावे तो हमें तरिए हमारा ना खुदा ऐ मेहर बाबा छैनी गे बातू हमारा ना खुदा ऐ मेहर बाबा छैनी गे बातू बुझावे नार जहलतनी ऐ कर खुद रात फरमा तू छलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूर ईमान तू
हे परवरदिगार, सबके राखनहार और सबकी रक्षा करने वाले। तुम्हारा कोई आदि नहीं है और न तुम्हारा कोई अंत है। तुम अद्वैत हो, तुम तुलना से परे हो और तुम्हारा पार कोई नहीं पा सकता है। तुम्हारा कोई रंग और कोई रूप नहीं है। तुम अविभाव से रहित हो और तुम गुणातीत हो। तुम अपार हो और अगाध हो, कल्पना और धारणा से परे हो, शाश्वत और अनश्वर हो। तुम अखंडनीय हो और दिव्य नेत्रों के सिवाय और किसी भी प्रकार से तुम्हें कोई नहीं देख सकता है। तुम्हारा अस्तित्व सदैव था, तुम सदैव रहते हो और तुम सदैव रहोगे। तुम सर्वत्र हो, तुम हर वस्तु में हो और तुम हर जगह से परे तथा हर वस्तु से परे भी हो। तुम आकाश में हो और पाताल में हो। तुम व्यक्त हो और अव्यक्त हो। तुम सब लोकों पर हो और समस्त लोकों से परे भी हो। तुम तीनों भुवनों में हो और तीनों भुवनों से परे भी हो। तुम अगोचर हो और स्वतंत्र हो। तुम सृष्टि के रचने वाले हो, स्वामियों के स्वामी हो, समस्त मनों और हृदयों के ज्ञाता हो। तुम सर्वशक्तिमान हो और सर्वव्यापी हो। तुम अनंत ज्ञान हो, अनंत शक्ति हो और अनंत आनंद हो। तुम ज्ञान के महासागर हो, सर्वज्ञ हो, अनंत ज्ञान रखने वाले हो। तुम भूत, वर्तमान और भविष्य के ज्ञाता हो और तुम स्वयं ज्ञान हो। तुम पूर्ण दयामय हो और सदैव हितकारी हो। तुम आत्माओं की आत्मा हो और अनंत गुणों से संपन्न एक परमात्मा हो। तुम सत्य, ज्ञान और परमानंद की त्रिमूर्ति हो। तुम सत्य के मूल हो, प्रेम के महासागर हो। तुम सनातन सत्ता हो, ऊंचों में सबसे ऊंचे हो। तुम प्रभु और परमेश्वर हो। तुम परब्रह्म हो और परात्पर ब्रह्म भी हो। तुम परब्रह्म परमात्मा हो, अल्लाह हो, इलाही हो, यजदान हो और मस्त हो और प्रियतम ईश्वर हो। तुम्हारा नाम इज्जत अर्थात एकमात्र पूज्य है। हे असीम दया के निधि प्रभुराज, हम अपने सब पापों के लिए पश्चाताप करते हैं। हर एक विचार के लिए जो असत्य, अनुचित या गंदा था, हर एक बोले हुए शब्द के लिए जिससे बोलना हमें उचित न था, और हर एक कर्म के लिए जिससे करना हमें उचित न था। स्वार्थ से प्रेरित हर एक कर्म, शब्द और विचार के लिए तथा द्वेष प्रेरित हर एक कर्म, शब्द और विचार के लिए हम पश्चाताप करते हैं। विशेषकर हर एक कामुक विचार तथा क्रिया के लिए, ऐसे हर एक वचन के लिए जिसको हमने पूरा नहीं किया, और सभी निंदा, पाखंड, दंभ या लोगों के पीछे उनके दोष बताने के लिए हम अनुताप करते हैं। और खासकर दूसरों का नाश करने वाले हर एक कर्म के लिए, दूसरों को दुख देने वाले हर एक शब्द तथा कर्म के लिए तथा दूसरों पर दुख गिरने की इच्छा करने के लिए हम अनुताप करते हैं। हे प्रभुराज, आप हम पर असीम दया करके हमारे किए हुए पापों को क्षमा कीजिए और वैसे ही आपकी मर्जी के अनुसार विचार करने में, बोलने में तथा कार्य करने में जो हमारी असमर्थता सदा रहती आई है उसको भी क्षमा कीजिए, यही हमारी आपसे प्रार्थना है। प्रियतम परमात्मा, हमारी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम तुझसे अधिक और अधिक प्रेम करें, और अधिक और अधिक, और फिर भी उससे भी अधिक प्रेम करें, जब तक कि हम तुझ में मिलकर एक हो जाने के पात्र बन जाए। और तू हम सबकी ऐसी सहायता कर कि हम अंत तक प्रियतम बाबा का दामन दृढ़ता से पकड़े रहें। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।